Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Rising Parent Podcast. I'm Tim, and I'm thrilled you're joining us today.
And I'm Edna, so happy to be here with you all, ready to tackle another parenting puzzle.
That's right, Edna. We're diving deep today, aren't we? It seems like just yesterday I was helping a family navigate some pretty big toddler tantrums. That whole experience just reinforced how much presence matters in the moment. So today we're talking about just that. Mindful parenting, staying present in the chaos.
Oh, tantrums. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and the sleep deprivation to prove it. Those early months, those are something else, aren't they? Which is why the topic of mindful parenting is so close to my heart. After all, you can't be present if you're running on fumes. And after 20 plus years of helping families navigate everything from potty training to puberty, we've learned a thing or two about staying grounded in the present moment.
Exactly. It's about finding those little moments of calm amidst the storm. Because let's face it, parenting is a storm sometimes. But being mindful can help us weather it with a little more grace and maybe even a little bit of sanity.
Sanity being the operative word. So buckle up, everyone, because we're about to unpack the power of presence. We'll share some practical tips, relatable stories, and maybe even a few laughs along the way.
Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is mindful parenting? It sounds a bit woo-woo, doesn't it?
It can, and that's a fair reaction. But really, at its core, mindful parenting is simply paying attention to what's happening right now with your child, without judgment. It's about being present in the moment rather than being caught up in the past or worrying about the future.
I like that. No judgment. Easier said than done, right? Especially when you're staring at a mountain of laundry and your child is painting the walls with, what is that anyway?
Probably spaghetti sauce. The possibilities are endless. But that's where the mindful part comes in. Instead of instantly reacting with frustration or anger, take a breath, observe, connect with your child. Maybe they are frustrated and need to express that through art. Or maybe they are just very curious about color. The idea is to take a pause. It's about noticing your own reactions and choosing a more intentional response.
Okay, so breathe, observe, connect. I can see how that would be helpful in those high-stress moments. But what about the more mundane aspects of parenting? Does mindfulness apply there too?
Absolutely. Mindful parenting isn't just about crisis management. It's about bringing awareness to everyday interactions. For example, when you're helping your child with their homework, are you truly present or are you mentally making your grocery list?
Guilty as charged. My mind wanders so easily.
Happens to the best of us. But even small shifts can make a big difference. Put your phone away. Make eye contact. Really listen to what they're saying, even if it's about the intricacies of Pokemon cards.
Okay, maybe especially if it's about the intricacies of Pokemon cards. I need all the help I can get there.
Exactly. It shows them that you value their thoughts and feelings, even if you don't fully understand them. These moments add up.
So it sounds like mindfulness is about slowing down and being more intentional in our interactions with our kids. But how do we actually do that in the midst of, well, everything?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the answer is it takes practice. It's a skill like any other. And the first step is simply bringing awareness to your own thoughts and feelings. Start noticing when you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or triggered. What are your physical sensations? What thoughts are running through your head?
So, like a mental check-in.
Precisely. It's like taking a quick inventory of your internal landscape. Once you're aware of your own state, you can then choose how you want to respond.
Okay, so awareness is key. What else?
Another helpful technique is to practice mindfulness in other areas of your life. Meditation is a great way to train your mind to focus on the present moment. Even just a few minutes a day can make a difference.
I've tried meditation, but I can never seem to quiet my mind. It's like a squirrel on caffeine.
I know the feeling. It's not about stopping your thoughts. It's about observing them without judgment. Let them come and go like clouds in the sky. There are tons of guided meditations available online, or even just closing your eyes and focusing on your breath for a few minutes can be beneficial.
That makes sense. So, meditation, even if it's just a few minutes. And what about during those, shall we say, challenging parenting moments?
That's when you can really put your mindfulness skills to the test. When you feel yourself getting triggered, take a deep breath, count to 10, step away from the situation if you need to, and remind yourself that your child is likely acting out because they're struggling with something themselves.
Easier said than done when they're screaming at the top of their lungs.
Absolutely. But even in those moments, you can choose to respond with compassion and understanding rather than anger and frustration. It's not about condoning their behavior, but about connecting with them on a deeper level.
So it's about shifting from reaction to response, almost like hitting the pause button on autopilot.
Exactly. And that pause can make all the difference. It gives you a chance to choose your words and actions more intentionally.
I can see how that would lead to a more positive and connected relationship with your child, but what about the long-term benefits of mindful parenting?
The benefits are numerous. For one, it can reduce your own stress levels. When you're more present and less reactive, you're less likely to get caught up in the drama.
Yes, please. Sign me up for less drama.
It can also improve your child's emotional regulation. When they see you modeling mindful behavior, they're more likely to learn how to manage their own emotions in a healthy way.
That's huge. Teaching them emotional intelligence. That's a skill that will serve them well throughout their lives.
Absolutely. And it can also foster a stronger bond between you and your child. When you're truly present with them, they feel seen, heard, and understood.
So it's not just about managing the chaos, it's about building a stronger, more connected relationship.
Precisely. And let's be real, it's about giving ourselves permission to not be perfect. It's about progress, not perfection. We're all going to mess up. We're all going to react in ways we regret. The key is to learn from those mistakes and keep practicing.
So true. And I think it's important to acknowledge that mindful parenting isn't always easy. It takes effort and commitment. There will be days when you completely lose it.
Oh, absolutely. I've had plenty of those days. But that's okay. It's all part of the process. The important thing is to keep showing up and keep trying.
And to be kind to yourself along the way.
Exactly. You're doing the best you can, and that's enough.
So let's get to some practical tips for our listeners. What are some things they can start doing today to incorporate mindfulness into their parenting?
Okay, here are a few ideas. Mindful moments. Dedicate a few minutes each day to simply being present with your child. Put your phone away, turn off the TV, and just focus on being together. Read a book, play a game, or just talk.
I like that. Intentional connection time.
Exactly. And even if it's just for 10 minutes, make it count. Mindful eating. Practice mindful eating with your child. Pay attention to the flavors, textures, and smells of the food. Talk about where the food comes from. Make mealtime a sensory experience.
That's a great way to slow down and connect, especially during meal times, which can often be chaotic.
Absolutely. And it can also help kids develop a healthier relationship with food. Mindful walking. Take a mindful walk with your child. Notice the sights, sounds, and smells around you. Talk about the different textures you feel under your feet.
A nature walk with a mindful twist. I love it.
And it's a great way to get some exercise and fresh air. And mindful listening. Practice active listening when your child is talking. Make eye contact, nod your head, and ask clarifying questions. Show them that you're truly listening to what they have to say.
Really hearing them, not just waiting for your turn to talk.
Exactly. It's amazing how much more connected you feel when you truly listen. Mindful breathing. When you feel yourself getting stressed or overwhelmed, take a few deep breaths. Teach your child how to do the same.
A simple but powerful tool. And it's something you can do anywhere, anytime.
Precisely. It's your secret weapon against the chaos.
Those are some fantastic tips, Edna. Thank you.
My pleasure. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent efforts to bring more mindfulness into your parenting.
Agreed. It's a journey, not a destination.
Absolutely. And speaking of journeys, I think it's time to wrap things up and share some key takeaways.
Sounds good. Okay, so let's recap the key takeaways from our conversation today.
First and foremost, mindful parenting is about being present in the moment with your child without judgment. It's about slowing down, paying attention, and responding with intention.
It's about recognizing your own triggers and reactions and choosing a more conscious response.
Exactly. And it's about practicing mindfulness in other areas of your life, like meditation and mindful eating.
And remember to incorporate the practical tips we discussed, like mindful moments, mindful walking, and mindful listening.
And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Parenting is hard, and you're doing the best you can.
Absolutely. And remember, mindful parenting isn't about raising perfect children. It's about building stronger, more connected relationships and fostering emotional well-being for both you and your kids.
Beautifully said, Tim.
Well, that brings us to the end of another episode of the Rising Parent Podcast. Edna, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and insights with us today.
My pleasure, Tim. It's always a joy. And thank you to all our listeners for joining us.
We hope you found this episode helpful and inspiring. If you did, please subscribe to the Rising Parent Podcast so you don't miss future episodes.
And be sure to visit our website at risingparent.org.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Until next time, happy parenting.